it.
I posted
So
it,
we
and
can
it's
also
in the normal chat.
Ah, there we go. There we
Here
go.
Oh no, bottom
Let's
right,
skip that, bro.
everyone. Bottom right.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yes, I
Ah,
put that
Okay.
there. I
God.
put that there.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an interesting list, to say the least.
Yeah,
That's
that is definitely one of the lists ever made.
So I want to go left from the top left to bottom right. So we'll do that last. 'Cause
Yep.
I've done it in order
Yep.
of when I watched everything. Kind of.
Okay.
If I did it properly in order, I would have started off with Bakugan first because I watched that when I was a kid. But like, Initial D was the first anime I ever watched where I actually knew what anime was, and it got made me become a fucking weeb.
Excellent.
I kid you not, because of Initial D, right? I became obsessed with Toyota Corolla. I became obsessed with watching Abroad in Japan. I wanted to learn Japanese. I wanted to buy a car in Japan and then do drifting in the mountains. And it started the whole cycle of me leading up to this very moment here, starting a podcast with you or you guys. So it's a very important anime, and I watched it at a time when I was in a very, very bad situation in my life with some very horrible things going on, along with being bullied at school, which is pretty bad as well. But yeah, this anime was definitely one thing that made me feel not bad about things in life.
Maybe that's good.
What
at
about
least.
it?
That's
What about
pretty cool.
you? Like, what spoke to you?
To be honest, actually, I don't know what specifically spoke to me. It was kind of like when I first watched Fast and Furious as a kid. I was like, oh my god, my eyes, and I've been enlightened to everything. It was just an
Oh
enlightening
god, Fast and
experience.
Furious.
Fast and Furious was good. The
I can't stand Vin Diesel.
The first
good.
seven,
It's
the
so
first
good. I
seven
saw the
Fast and
last
Furious
one.
films were brilliant, but the last
Nah.
3 have been shit.
Unpopular
Nah.
opinion. Even every movie of the Fast and Furious franchise, it's good. Okay, fight me on
I
this,
agree
but I did
with
enjoy all of them.
Scrap
I
me
did
outside
enjoy them.
Lidl's, you
Two-
bitch!
Oh god.
I will take you to the bakery section and fight you there.
They're
No,
like
you ruined Baron.
okay.
Okay, so should we move on to the next one now? Bakugan.
Yes.
Bakugan. I actually originally watched it when I was a kid, and actually I still have. I bought some of the toys actually recently when I started working. So yeah, I got this. This is Dragon Ball Colossus. Yeah,
My God.
it's cool. This is the thing. I had this when I was a kid, but then like my mum gave all my Bakugan to a charity shop because I was 10 years old and too old to play with Bakugan. She got rid of. Not only that, all my Beyblades and a bunch of my Hot Wheels.
Oh no.
It was a tragic
bro,
story.
very much
This is
so.
what started off me on my villain arc. Okay, I became a bad boy. I was not doing my maths lessons in year 5. I did
My
not do
God.
any of that. I stopped being
This man.
I refused. I did not do anything. I was such a bad boy. I said the F word in class.
Whoa. Oh, very dare you, good sir. Also,
Okay.
I have a confession to make. I have never seen Bakugan.
It's alright. You can always review it.
I
in the
feel like it's a
future.
very you have to have grown up in our generation. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think
'Cause
I'm
I
too
grew up-
old.
Yeah,
I remember,
maybe.
like playing it and stuff.
But yeah, so I watched Bakugan when it first came out. I loved it, and I completely forgot everything because immediately after I watched Bakugan, it finished, and then on this other channel called I think it was Pop TV on Sky, they had they broadcasted all the Dragon Ball Z Kai. So I immediately forgot about Bakugan. I watched all of that Dragon Ball, and I was like, that is the greatest shit ever. And yes, it's kind of
You-
relevant to what's
yeah,
happened
yeah.
recently with all the
You
dying
stumbled on your
Christians.
words, and it almost sounded like you said that you watched all of Bad Dragon.
Yeah, sorry. I
I have many questions, and I'm not sure I want the answers to those questions.
Don't worry. This is not the point where I started watching hentai.
Good.
God.
That's
Okay,
probably
so yeah.
with the next.
In 2019, I actually got back into Bakugan. The very late part of 2019, I started watching Bakugan again because it's the only anime I actually remembered other than Initial D. So yeah, after I watched Initial D, I ended up watching One Punch Man, Death Note, and I think there was another anime, Kill la Kill. I watched those 4 animes, and then like
Good choices.
I was like, yeah, you know what? That's enough anime for me. I'm gonna stop watching it, and I started watching Narcos instead. To be fair though, Narcos was a fucking good show.
One anime YouTuber, you are just stopping watching anime. My God.
Yeah, so I stopped watching
We've all had
anime.
that phase earlier, right?
Yeah,
You had the oh, I'm kind of not really into anime anymore phase, and then you kind of come back out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was also this.
I mean,
one,
we all have that, I'm sure.
There was this one
Yeah.
mecha anime as well called Macross Delta. I watched as well, but like that's because there was this YouTuber. Yeah, there's this YouTuber called Deoxide who has like his outro thing is that one of the characters going "Wah, da, da," and then dancing, and then the mech does like spinny shit. I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Mhm.
Robots fighting.
I-
That's like Power Rangers.
I appreciate the description.
Yeah, like no problem. But yeah, I watched Bakugan. I watched it. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I started and I made it, and then I had a TikTok account. I
one.
started making videos on TikTok of me explaining the Bakugan story very badly on purpose. With like, instead of editing, what I do is I'll just turn the camera around to a picture of the person I'm talking about. So I'll be like, okay, so this is the character Spectre. He's a dick.
So we can probably find some of these TikToks somewhere and splice them into the edit.
I've deleted them all. They were from like
Aw.
2021,
Nah.
2020. I'm sorry. I did have one Bakugan. I made one Bakugan meme as well, which I still have now because it's incredibly funny in my eyes.
Excellent.
And then
You
yeah,
need to share it with us then.
yeah, oh yeah, but yeah. Enough from that now. On to the next one, Girls and Panzer.
Girls und Panzer.
Yeah,
Panzer War.
Panzer War.
That's where the degeneracy may start. I don't know. I haven't watched.
Yes,
before.
this is where the degeneracy really starts because as soon I
This
watched,
is
it was
the
like
girls there. I don't know. It's an interesting
yeah.
one because
You-
I feel like when I think of BD, there are like a few different like groups I think of: cars, militaria, cute girls doing cute things, and this is kind of like a fusion, or
Yeah.
at least
Yeah,
of two
yeah,
of
It
them.
is. There's actually in the anime. There's
And then
actually
the degeneracy ones. That's,
yeah.
that's the last.
in
fourth
Girls and
one. That's
Panzer,
the
one of my favorite characters was the leader of the car club.
Oh, the
Ah,
Mechanics
yeah,
Club.
okay.
Right,
yeah,
right,
the
right.
Mechanics Club.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. It's really good. But yeah, so I started after I watched Bakugan. I took another couple of months break off of anime until lockdown happened, and then I was
Okay.
like,
Nice.
me and my friend, we used to play we started playing War Thunder at the time, but like I played like 1 or 2 games and deleted the games. I thought it was trash.
Okay.
I used to have good taste in games back then, and then I started. Well, I was like, you know what, this tank shit is actually pretty cool. I started getting into tanks, and a little bit like I'll be like, oh wow, the Challenger 2 is pretty cool, and that was
Tank
it.
is cool.
Yeah, and then
Wait, so
yeah, consumer.
did your interest in tanks come before Girls and Panzer, or like War Thunder, or was
It
it,
was-
War Thunder? And
For
then
me,
tanks?
it was cars and planes at first. I used to love cars and planes. I used to love tanks as well, but like, the only tanks I knew was the T-80U, the Challenger 2, and T-72. Those are the only like 3 or 4 tanks, and the T-34 because I used to be obsessed with Russian tank, with just Russia, Soviet Union's history when I was like a kid. And then
see.
after this, I watched Girls and Panzer and I thought, you know what, this is the greatest thing that's ever been made. This is too good. I watched all of Girls and Panzer in one night, including the film as well, all in one night. I stayed up all night, watched from episode 1 of Girls and Panzer, episode 12, and then the movie. So I started at 12, I finished at 8 in the morning.
Have you seen all the
Oh,
movies already?
Yeah, I'm up to date pretty much on all the movies.
So you watched the 3rd part of Das Finale?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I think the 4th one has come out now. I'm not sure. It's kind
No,
of
it hasn't yet. The latest one is the one that came out in October of last year. That's the
Oh.
3rd part.
That's the one with the Finnish school, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the 2nd one with the Finnish school. The Finnish
That's
school is in
fucking
2 of the
crazy.
movies.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much up to date on all of them now, and I've read most. I've read all of the offshoot manga. So Girls and Panzer, Erica, Little Army, and then there's another. I think there's another one as well, but I can't remember. But I've read all the manga, and then this is where my degeneracy started. Because I followed a subreddit called Girls and Panzer Yuri,
Oh.
and you
Oh.
can imagine what's on there.
Yep.
A lot of a certain action.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that, and then I started watching anime after Girls and Panzer, and what I can't remember what it. I watched just random stuff. I literally downloaded Crunchyroll. I watched a bunch of anime that came up, and then I watched Saga of Tani the Evil. That was like one
Which
of
is
the ones
excellent.
yeah, I watched that, and then after a little while, after Violet Evergarden, I quit anime.
And now you're back.
I watched it right after.
I actually think I think Tanya is going to be on Cheese's list. Tell me
Possibly.
right wrong. Tell me right wrong.
Possibly.
Okay, let's see. So the next one on my list is K-On!
Okay, K-On!
Yep.
I've seen K-On!, so I can comment on it. I do understand why you would put it on your list. It's a pretty cool show, so if you wanna speak more about it.
Yeah. So K-On!, the reason I loved it so much because I, funny enough, am really into metal and music and rock music. I mean, look at this jacket; it's all mostly metal stuff. So yeah, I started listening to a band called Gojira at the time. I was watching K-On!, and I was just loved it. And then I don't know. I think actually K-On! Was actually in my watch list since I started because it was on Netflix for a while, but then they took it off, and I got really pissed off because I couldn't find it anywhere. Like Crunchyroll didn't have it. I don't think Funimation had it for a little while though. But then I bought the DVDs instead and watched it.
Speedy, there is this thing called Sailing the High Seas.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know how to sail the high seas because I was a bit
Yarmy Hearties and all that.
So I didn't know. I didn't mean because none of my friends at the time were into anime other than me. So yeah, anime. What were you gonna say?
No, I just want to say, what's the connection between Gojira and K-On!? I didn't understand that.
I do not know. I do not know.
Okay.
Oh, I remember now. There was a Gojira. It was a Gojira music video of K-On!.
Okay.
It was an AMV.
Oh, I was gonna ask what the fuck is that official?
No,
but yeah, AMVs makes
so
more
imagine
sense.
just like the most technical death metal song ever. It's just cute girls doing it. Just imagine that.
That would be pretty cool.
It was so funny. Then I found out there were Slipknot ones as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine Yui just singing Slipknot locals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but then I watched all of K-On! And like, this is amazing. I want to learn guitar. And then like Yui is my favorite character because she's like me, dumb as fuck.
Wait, so you started playing the guitar because of K-On!?
No, I actually bought. I was playing guitar literally like couple of weeks before I watched K-On!. So
okay.
It was sort of around the same time, which kept me wanting to play guitar for a little while until I stopped in like end of 2021 because I caught COVID and then couldn't play. And then yeah, I just stopped playing after that. And then the next one, Origairu.
Okay. I can understand that.
I
don't understand why it's on the list, but it's an okay show.
Origairu is such a fucking good show, but it's for the first anime I've seen where the characters are shit or just tropey.
Yeah, like just
they all feel like real people. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And it's just like they're all real. They all feel super real, and everything is just Italian.
Yeah. To be fair, that's
chef.
Yeah, to be fair, that's the reason I enjoyed the first season of Rent a Girlfriend, is because the characters are really well done and they feel like people you could actually like meet on the street or in school or stuff. With the exception of the self-insert, terminally cringe main character, but the others are very well done.
Another reason why I like it is because every single like anime I'd watched was mostly isekai at that point.
So basically, an average warm turd would have been interesting.
Yeah, because either most of the animes I watched all had female main characters, or like Bakugan, or just typical shonen. So when you see a main character who's actually well thought out and not self-insert or just super overly overpowered, it's actually a memorable main character. Because half the shows I've watched, I don't remember who the main characters unless they had some sort of trope behind them. Like with Kirito being superly overpowered and constantly banging Asuna.
Yeah, everybody remembers Kirito for being one of the shitest isekai protagonists ever.
Yeah. And then, around that time, I was after Origairu. I think I quit anime again.
Damn, this guy.
Why do you have so many breaks?
No, what would happen is I'll go through like a phase where I'd watch a series a day. Pretty much a 12-episode series every day. So I was deliberately overwhelmed.
How the fuck do you have the time to do that?
This was still lockdown time.
Okay,
so I watched anime in college as well. Just in the corner with my iPhone 6S as it was about to fall off. It's like, come on, I need to see what happens. And then I took like a month break off anime because I was actually getting ready to do one of my final big pieces for my plumbing exam. Yeah, we have to basically like build like this like unit. We have to build like 3 different units with like a sink and toilet and some other shit.
Are you a
not very
plumber?
I did do plumbing for like 2 years, but then I
I've seen
forgot.
the
I couldn't find
Okay.
Is it trade college in it, and then I got back into anime again, and I haven't quit since.
Excellent.
With the anime,
Yeah,
the
haven't quit
greatest,
yet.
with the greatest isekai ever made, Konosuba.
Oh man, I was close to putting an isekai on my list as well.
Really?
I have one on my list.
So,
I have the isekai hater and I have an isekai on my 3
yeah, Konosuba was so fucking funny. I watched it in the August of 2021. Yeah, I remember it still. And I watched all of it, and it was just so... I literally had an asthma attack because of how funny it was.
Damn.
I laughed so much, like my lungs were hurting. I was on the floor down here crawling like, ah! It's too, like, that much. I don't know what joke it was, but it was just all so fucking funny. And then, yeah, because that scene of Kazuma doing this shit with his hands, that's too iconic.
Yeah.
It is as a equal rights, equal fights, bitch.
I will take issue with the fact that you say that Konosuba is the greatest isekai ever made, and yet you
Yeah.
hate ReZero.
Yeah,
I also
I watched
ReZero.
I tried to put myself in the first episode. I cannot stand fucking Subaru. He is
I
a
can't
piece of
stand him
shit.
either.
He
So
is the
annoying.
epitome of a beta male.
But you think Aqua is one of the greatest anime waifus
I
ever, and
also-
Aqua
Yes.
is categorically one of the shittest waifus ever
No,
made.
but Aqua's funny annoying though.
Yeah, she's
Subaru's
funny
just, like,
annoying. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, consumer. You're on my side, even though I hate Naruto.
Okay, I haven't watched either of these shows, so I'm gonna agree with everything that you guys said. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's 3v1. Okay.
And now-
I
3v1.
will say though, I don't find Konosuba funny. I think it's great,
Bruh.
but I don't find it. I don't find it funny. I find it great for other reasons.
Oh, boobies.
Not the
Yeah.
movies. I'm gonna make
You
a
like the
review of that in
Jiggle
like a
Fix,
couple of
you
months.
sick Fuck. You watched it for the jiggle because you were there with your fucking binoculars, like, yeah, let me see them jiggle. Let me see them
Are
jiggle.
there jiggle physics in Konosuba?
Let me see them jiggle.
Are there
Oh,
jiggle
God.
physics in Konosuba?
Yeah, they had.
Yeah.
It's not very
every-
fan servicey though.
Every other episode was done by a different production company. So one of them
Yeah.
focused on jiggle figures, the other one focused on making a good anime.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Let's move to Gintama. We've been on half an hour on your 3x3.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh no, it's only 20 minutes. It's fine.
Okay,
So
well, close
Gintama,
enough.
the two anime here, Gintama and Bocce Rock, I watched at the same time. Gintama, I really enjoyed because it was just the references. I understood all of them. I read most of Bleach up until 2017, so I got a lot of the references, and it was all it's just like everything funny. It's just so fucking funny. I loved it, and also the story, like. I didn't expect Gintama to actually have like a really good story, considering what my friend told me of it is basically a parody of every single shonen anime. So I was kind of expecting, oh, just a typical shitty story.
I mean, that's
But,
what
like-
Konosuba is for isekai.
Yeah, but the story for Gintama after episode 60, it actually kicks in and it's really good.
Guys, it
It's
gets good
60
after episode 60, guys.
Yeah, episode 60, episode 70. Unlike with, and also the filler is actually good and really funny because it just parodies other filler episodes.
I still haven't seen Gintama. I
It's
can't stand the first arc, so I haven't gone into it.
It's every single character is a parody of pretty much every single typical like a typical anime character. Gintoki as a character, he's a parody of well just every main character by being everything that's wrong. So he's an alcoholic, he's a gambler, he's drunk pretty much all the time. He's addicted to. He reads Shonen Jump all the time. He likes to watch X-rated videos just normally.
It's just like me for real.
Exactly.
Functional
But,
alcoholic,
like-
excellent.
But like he's at the end of the story, he's still a really good person. Like he's an actual good person, despite being quite bad most of the time, and also like gaslighting two carpenters into building him in a massive villa.
Great.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's just like the comedy doesn't. It's not normal anime comedy. It's just too over the top to be normal. I'm really.
Is
bad
there
at
such a
explaining
thing as
this.
normal in anime?
No, not really.
That is true.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just too crazy. And then the next one
Yeah.
is Bocce the Rock.
We all know
Okay.
Bocce the Rock is
Well,
great.
pretty much the same reasons as I watched
Bocce's
KO.
great.
Because I
Yeah.
know Bocce the Rock felt way too close to home.
The most
Especially with
relatable
Bocce.
anime ever made.
Yeah, Bocce, she just like me for real, dog.
Yeah.
For real.
Also, all the guitars on there, every single like small detail. When I was watching back of it for the second time because I'm doing a review of it soon, everything it's so well detailed. Or every time they're doing guitar chords, you can see it. You can see the strings moving. Then it's not like where there's some anime where they just go like this, and meanwhile they're playing like a guitar solo when they're like up here. Everything it's so well like modeled. All the CG and all the animation. It even goes as far as like when you look at the character playing the drums, you can actually see the drum like vibrating when she's doing the pedal one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one down there, the big drum. And all the drums are accurate. Everything about it is accurate, and also just the animation doing its shit in the comedy bits.
What studio did Bocce the Rock?
I think it was Cloverworks.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Was it?
Yeah.
It was so good. And then finally, it's time.
Oh, boy.
Domestic Girlfriend.
Greatest anime of all time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, God.
There's a few gig up quotes I think that comes to mind. That's all I'm gonna say. Just think of like funny gig up quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestic Girlfriend has something good in it, but it's also at the same time it's also dodgy as fuck.
It's just like it just shit goes from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
I think Gigak said it really well in the fact that it's an anime that has a hentai pacing.
Yeah, and instead of them doing this on screen, it just dramatifies itself even more. It's kind of like watching EastEnders if EastEnders were actually good. And not
I don't
have
think anyone has watched these
episodes. And if it doesn't have 10,000 episodes, but 12.
It's a very UK thing.
Yeah.
UK. I wouldn't call it even a sitcom. What would you call it? Just a drama? I don't know.
It's just
think
the
it's just
British
the drama.
British One
Yeah,
Piece.
so popular.
It's just British One
Yeah.
Piece.
I didn't know EastEnders
British
went over the
Empire.
course of like 30, 40 years. Like it
Yeah.
follows different people, like different families.
Yeah.
It's like The Beautiful and the Bold, and there's like 10 million episodes of it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But still, probably. It was actually quite funny.
No, I
Just
have
because
to give you
of
that.
the sheer ridiculous of the situation was so funny.
No, it was a pretty fun watch. I remember when I first watched it, it was something very unexpected.
Yeah.
But I understand why people like enjoy it. Not because of the pseudo incest or whatever. It's more of the I'm trying to explain. It's more of the like Speedy said, the pacing. It has a very hentai-esque pace.
Yeah,
So that's maybe
yeah.
that's what got people really stoked about it.
Also, I will say the opening song of Domestic
Yeah,
Girlfriend is a
the
banger.
opening
The
is a
opening,
banger.
it's so good. I listen to it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah. The opening is a banger.
Right, who wants to go next then? Who's